If a new app appeared on your phone overnight, would you tap it? I did, and it ruined my life. No icon I recognized, no brand, just a gray square that said replay. Curiosity won, and it always does, every single time. I opened it. There was one line on the screen: choose a memory. And below that, there were dates. All of them were mine: birthdays, breakups, the day my dad died, even Tuesdays I barely remember. I scrolled, stopped on October 12th, 2018, the day that I met her. Then I tapped it. There was a big white flash, and then all of a sudden I was there. The same cafe, the burnt espresso, the metal spoon clinking on ceramic, her laugh before I even knew it. I tried to speak, nothing. I tried to touch, nothing. Observer only, a passenger sealed behind glass inside my own head. Then it ended. I was back in bed, heart jumping. The screen said, replay complete. View another? Of course I hit no. I didn't even sleep that night. The morning came and I opened it again. This time, I clicked the day that Dad collapsed. It loads and I smell stale coffee, cigarettes, laundry that never fully dries. I see me, 15, knees on the carpet, dialing with shaky hands. Dad? He grabs his chest, eyes squeezed shut, and then he opens them. But he opens them not at the me in the memory, at me, the actual me, the watcher me. His lips move, whispering words I can't hear, and the world fades out like a TV turned off. All of a sudden, I'm back in bed, phone buzzing. Unlocked feature, custom replay. There's a new button on the screen. It says alter. You may change one event. You will live with the result. 5 seconds of hesitation. Of course I hesitate. And then I just press it. The house folds back around me. The same moment, the same smell, the same fear. This time, I grab the phone faster. I shout louder. I slam the door open to signal the neighbors. Paramedics pound the steps. Shocks. Oxygen. And Dad breathes. He lives. All of a sudden, everything goes black. And I wake up in my apartment, but it's not my apartment. Wrong couch, different rug. The plant I always kill is somehow thriving. Family photos I don't remember taking. And all of a sudden, I get a text from Dad. Proud of you, kid. See you Sunday. I laugh, cry, shake. And for 3 days, life is warm. I even had dinner with him. The cheap steak he calls restaurant quality. Stories I forgot he knew. He asks about work, and I realize my job title is different. Same company, but a completely different desk in my head. Thursday morning he calls. You missed her funeral. My stomach drops. Whose? Your mother's. I sit there, mute, listening to a world where saving him meant losing her. The app didn't fix the past, it just shifted the cost. I open replay again, and then I press alter again. And all of a sudden there's a warning that comes beneath. It says multiple changes destabilizes chronology. I press it anyway. This time I save Mom. She lives. I wake up. Dad is gone. My apartment is smaller. My name on the mailbox has one extra letter, and my key sticks in a lock that isn't used to me. Reality slides when I touch it. I start small, patch tiny holes, a fight I should have ended with I'm sorry, a job I should have taken, a message I should have sent. Each micro edit heals something and it just breaks another. The pillow smells wrong. The neighbor's face is almost familiar. The sky has a color I can't name. It's like painting over a cracked wall. Every new coat hides a deeper fracture. Nights stretch. I stop sleeping, stop eating, and just start fixing because I can. The app updates on its own. There's a new line that says Restore Original Timeline. My thumb floats over Restore. The phone speaks in my voice, older, tired, graveled with regret. Don't do it. We don't belong there anymore. I freeze. The room blurs, corners flicker. The same four walls cycle through 10 versions per second, dozens of apartments, dozens of me's, overlapping like wet photographs. The phone buzzes again. System error. Too many users. I drop it. The world tilts. All of a sudden, I wake up on the kitchen floor, cheeks against cold tile, eyes burning. The app is open. There's a new tab. Patch notes. Who writes patch notes for time? V2.3, memory bleed reduced. V2.4, wall flicker stabilized. V2.5, observer isolation improved. V2.6, user feedback integration. Thank you, Unit 47. Unit 47, not a name, a slot. I go outside for air, except outside isn't mine anymore. The bakery across the street is a florist. The florist is a dentist. The dentist is boarded up with a poster that says, Coming soon, replay clinics. Relive. Relive your happiest day. A woman walks past me, my high school sweatshirt on her shoulders and my grief in her eyes. Do you know where the clinic is? She asks. I point, then stop. How did you hear about it? She looks at me like I'm joking. It's been in the app for months. Months. In this version, I've been at this for months. Back inside, I try to stop. I delete replay, but then it keeps reappearing. So I power off my phone. It just flashes right back on. No logo, straight to the gray screen. I factory reset. It boots into replay. Fine. You win. Teach me your rules. I open custom replay again, but instead of picking a big day, I choose a nothing day, a Tuesday with rain and 2 loads of laundry. If the app punishes hubris, I'll be humble. The room folds, rain taps glass. The you from before microwaves soggy noodles and scrolls headlines. Something feels watched. A shimmer in the corner, not a person, a crease. Like the world forgot to iron that part flat. I stepped closer, forehead buzzing, and the crease looks back. It's me, another me, eyes wide, hands up, like he's inside a window too, and we're each other's glass. He mouths, Stop, then disappears, like someone closed the program. Back home, the app chirps. Observer detected, isolation failing. 2 buttons appear, compartmentalize and merge. I don't touch either. The floor hums. The clock blinks. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Then jumps to 6:14 without crossing the minutes between. Time is a loop with pieces missing. I decide to ask for help. Forums, message boards, conspiracy corners. Most people laugh. But then one DM arrives from a blank account. They say, You're not the first. Meet me at the old post office, midnight. I almost don't go, but I decide to. The post office is dead brick and graffiti, a statue out front with a plaque no one ever reads. Inside, a single light. A man at a folding table, laptop open to a sea of moving graphs. He doesn't look up. You're 47, he says. He slides a Polaroid across. It's me, but older, sitting at this table, sliding a Polaroid across to someone else. What is this? I finally meet his eyes. This is what we all do, over and over, until one of us listens. He taps a key. On his screen, hundreds of windows, rooms that look like mine, cafes that smell like mine, faces that are mine. Each window labeled with a unit number: 41, 42, 43, 47. It's me, staring back through his camera. Who are you? Somebody who got tired of saving dads and losing moms, he says. Somebody who thought if I could find the perfect edit, I could live inside it. He leans forward. You don't live inside an edit lives inside you. The clock on the wall clicks, except it doesn't. It skips, hands jerking to new minutes with no motion between. He notices me watching. They patched the sweep out, he said. Less nausea during merges. Who patched it? He smiles, sad. The people who built your mirror. He points at the laptop. Behind my webcam feed is a reflection, not my room, a white space with glass windows and figures in lab coats. A laboratory. They're studying grief, he says, memory, choice. If we could go back, what would we destroy to feel okay? He shuts the laptop. Every time you press alter, you give them a new answer. Then how do I stop? His hand slides under the table, comes back with a phone like mine. Same cracked corner, same gray square. You press restore, he says. And when the voice tells you not to, you press it anyway. What happens? He looks tired in a way I understand in my bones. You go home, he says, or you end. Midnight clicks. The light flickers. He's gone. I'm alone with a folded table and the stink of old paper. Back in my apartment, I open replay, restore original timeline. My thumb shakes. The phone speaks. My voice, low and pleading. Don't. We don't belong there anymore. I press restore. The screen fractures into 9 squares, then 90, then 900. Each one of me making a different choice, each one shouting through glass, each one begging the others to stop. System error. Too many users. Merge recommended. A new button blooms. Merge. Under it, a warning. Merging will collapse redundant instances into one stable state. Stable or still? I hit merge. Then everything became silent. For quite a while. Then all of a sudden there was a hum. The kind you feel in your teeth. Walls melt to white. Floors turn to reflection. It's not a room. It's the inside of a screen. A voice, not mine, speaks from everywhere at once. Simulation 47 entering consolidation. The white brightens and forms into the cafe again. My cafe. The day I met her. Except there are hundreds of me here now. Every table, every line, standing, sitting, all of us watching the same door. She enters. The air shifts. Half of us smile, half of us cry. A man in a white coat appears in the window reflection. He writes on a clipboard. Doesn't look at any of us, only the glass. My phone vibrates in my pocket. Replay opens without my hand. A final message fills the screen. Thank you for participating in Memory Reconstruction Trial B. Your responses help us understand the exchange rate between relief and reality. Please select a terminal state, saved or true. There are 2 buttons, saved and true. What would get more views? What would get more sleep? I pick true. Everything stops. Every other me freezes on the inhale. The room tilts, then straightens into my father's living room. The day that started it. The scene plays, my body doesn't move. 15-year-old me reaches for the phone. I, the watcher, stand in the doorway. Dad grips his chest, groans, looks at me, the watcher, not the child. And now I hear the whisper. I can't. I won't. I learned 1,000 ways not to. So I step forward, even though I know the rules, even though I know I'm glass, and my hands pass right through him like smoke. He smiles at the air, at me, at the version that will never stop trying. He closes his eyes, and the room dissolves. All of a sudden, I'm back in the laboratory, on the other side of the glass. Banks of monitors, each showing a cafe, a house, and a blue bar crawling along the bottom labeled User Integrity. An attendant in a white coat taps the screen. 47 merged, she says. Terminal state, true. A man I can't see answers, voice warm like a doctor who's learned how to sound kind. And the effect curve? High guilt, high perseverance, classic saver. Upload the data. They don't see me, but I feel seen. Not as a person, but as a result. A final prompt appears in the air in front of me, not on a phone, just words floating. Last chance. Save this run or release it. Save means keep the lie. Release means keep the loss. I want to live inside the lie. I want to keep pressing alter until the world stops arguing with me. I want to go home. I choose release. The lab fades. The screens die. The cafe dies. The house dies. And the app dies. All of a sudden, I'm back in bed. No gray square. No buzzing. My apartment is my apartment. The old couch with the spring that bruises your thigh. The plant dying the way it always does. The window that won't lock unless you lift and push at the same time. My phone is empty. I get dressed and I walk to the corner. The florist is the florist. The bakery is a bakery. The sky is a color I know by memory. I end up calling my mom. We talk about nothing for 12 minutes that are worth more than any experiment. I don't call my dad because now I can't. At sunset, I pass the cafe and she's inside, but I don't go in. I stand on the sidewalk with my hands in my pockets and watch a future I loved end on time. On my way home, I reflect on everything that happened. And for a second, when I look in the bus window, I see a bar, numbers, and warnings. But there's only me. And then, just under the glass, a flicker, half a heartbeat of gray. It says, replay. Then it doesn't. So, if a new app appears on your phone overnight, don't tap it. Let the moment pass. Let the wound scar. Let the story finish when it's supposed to. I learned that some memories aren't meant to be watched. They're meant to end. Welcome to the Nowhereverse.